What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It is Thursday. Welcome back to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted. Y'all know who it is. It's your girl Ashley bringing y'all another great episode. Man, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope the week has been good to you thus far. Like I said, we are one day away from the weekend. Baby, I can't wait. I can't wait till 8 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm already ready to get off, and it's not even Friday, but I'll take it anyway. But it's good to see y'all again. I hope y'all have been enjoying the episodes that I've been bringing to y'all. Tell y'all, man, I've been in the bag, baby. When I tell y'all, I am trying to do this as I'm trying to really make this a career. Like, I really want to do this full time. Like, my affirmation is to walk away from corporate America. So that is my goal, and I'm gonna keep reciting that every day because guess what? Eventually, I'm gonna be my own boss, and then I won't ever have to work for anybody. But before we even get started, y'all know what I do. Y'all already know. I always, 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 always have to do my mental health check in. Um, because I made a post the other day on Facebook and I said, uh, I needed men to take care of their health, especially their mental, but I also mean that for women as well. Um, mental health, mental illness is on the rise. Suicide is on the rise. Um, so every time I get ready to start a show, I always have to play something motivating, something inspiring because I want people to know that you're not alone, that it is okay to have those feelings, those emotions. Just don't lay in them too long. Um, because once you get into the dark, it's very difficult to come back into the light. And I can only speak for experience. So y'all know what I do. Hey, sis. Hey, my baby. Y'all, I've been getting my little fingers right, doing the little hearts and everything. Baby, let me tell you something. I speak entrepreneurship over everybody. Everybody. I speak millionaires, billionaires. I speak that over everybody. My black women, my black men. If I can open the door for somebody, that's what I'm gonna do. And this is why I said I'm going hard this year. 2024, I'm going hard. I'm in the bag. And when I say I'm in my bag, baby, like I say, we about to have some real uncomfortable conversations. We about to talk about some things that we don't know that we sweep under the rug. I'm here to pull the rug back. We are definitely doing some spring cleaning, okay? We are clearing out the cobwebs. We pulling them suitcases out the back. We separating that dirty laundry from the clean laundry. That's what I'm doing for 2024. I'm waking a lot of shit up and I'm clearing the cobwebs out. So he just say, "Girl, I receive it." Baby, let me tell you something, and Imma keep saying it. Imma keep saying it. We are gonna walk away from corporate America. We are gonna be our own bosses. We are gonna be able to call our own shots and work when we want to, you know what I'm saying? And really do things that we enjoy doing. Don't get me wrong, that's not a jab to corporations, but it's just not fun if you're just doing something the same every day, if it's repetitive every day. I wanna be able to enjoy what I do. And I'm utilizing the gift that God has given to me to do a platform like this to reach not only citywide, but I want to go worldwide. I want to go nationwide. I am speaking Black Girl Interrupted will be a household name. And can't nobody else tell me differently. So there we go on that part. So, baby, let me tell you something. One of the things that I've learned, sis, is you have to speak it like it's already happened. You have to be specific, not pacific, y'all. Specific with what you want. You know what I'm saying? You have to be specific when you speak to the universe. You have to be, I'm talking about very descriptive. I mean, you got to talk about what like it's already happened. Black Girl Interrupted is going to be a household name. Everyone's gonna know Black Girl Interrupted. Everyone's gonna know Ashley Pitts. Everybody's gonna know me. Everyone's gonna know what Black Girl Interrupted has done to help the Black community. Everybody's gonna know that. And so when I speak my affirmations, I'm very specific. I tell the universe what I want. I want a show. I want Matter of fact, I'm gonna have tours that are gonna be free. I'm not gonna charge people to come and hear me speak. Why? Why? I don't knock nobody else, but for me, I want the narrative to change on black men and black women because we're not everything that you see on TV. You get what I'm saying? So that's what Ashley's gonna do. If I make a difference in one person's life, I've done exactly what God has allowed me to do. And you can't take that away from me. God is gonna continue to bless me in front of my enemies, baby. He's gonna allow my enemies to be my footstool, to pivot me to the next level. And I know I'm going to the next level because of the people that I'm learning to surround myself with, people that really truly want to see me win with no ill intentions. So I say all of that to say, surround yourself with winners because losers don't like winners. So if you feel like you're not advancing, maybe you need to look in your circle. And I'm going to leave it at that. So Keisha says you are worldwide. Oh, yeah. I'm nationwide. I'm citywide. They know me. They're going to know Black Girl Interrupted before the end of 2024. By summertime, watch what I do. Watch what I'm doing. Because I'm walking in it. I'm kicking doors down. I'm no longer taking no for an answer. I'm sending emails. I'm reaching out to PR people, babe, everybody. Because you're going to know who Black Girl Interrupted is, and you're going to know what I stand for. You're going to know everything that I do and how I want it for the greater good for black men and black women. I'm ready to see us all when we've been kicked down too long. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and jump into, like I said, I always play something positive, something inspirational, something motivational. Here we're going and we jumping into tonight's conversation because let me say this. I got a lot to say about this conversation that we having tonight. Because baby, when I tell you this story here we go. And then we jumping into the conversation.
When everybody is against you or don't believe in you no more. It's a lonely feeling. Oh, it hurts very badly. I know what that's like. They look at you with that look and say, why don't you try something else? Why don't you give up?
Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from them. Get away from them. If you take an oak tree seed and you put it in a 2-foot pot, that seed will never become the oak tree that oak trees are capable of becoming because it's gonna get stifled by the 2-foot pot. Now check this out. Ain't nothing wrong with the seed. The seed just fell prey to the environment. Don't you allow your environment to dictate the oak tree that you become.
Anytime you move from being normal to trying to be exceptional, people aren't gonna like that shit. Those normal people, it makes them feel like shit, so they're gonna judge you.
And that's why every true leader, they're called weird, they're called eccentric. When you do the things of real leadership, you're gonna be called strange. Get strong enough in your own skin that when people laugh at you or when they throw stones at you, you keep on going.
I respect any motherfucker that wakes up every day and work their ass off to live their life and lifestyle. Clubbing, partying, hanging out, that ain't for me. I'm gonna be out here running in the hot sun, practicing. While everybody else is clubbing and hanging out, you got your focus right.
Don't expect people to understand you. Don't expect it to make sense to anybody why you've got to do this, why you have got to go, why you leave. This is a good job. I'm going. They pay you well. I'm going. Why? I don't understand. You don't have to. I'm going for me. This is something I have got to do. How are you going to make it? I don't know, but I will. The universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied, because that is your commitment. That business that you want, that book you want to write, that dream that you have of controlling your destiny, that is yours. That's available to you. But you've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment, not have support, be lonely, doubt yourself sometimes, be rejected again and again and again, become bankrupt if necessary, again and again and again, and refuse to turn around until life gives it up.
Life will always be, to a large extent, what you make it, not what circumstances will make of it. Not what other people will make of it, not what other people say it will be, not what the environment will try and dictate to you, but what you make of your life. So when you're uncommon, get ready for the criticism. When you're uncommon, get ready for the opposition. When you're uncommon, get ready for the common people not to understand you.
If I decided to experience the fear of rejection, the fear of no, the fear of failure, the fear of standing by myself, the fear of people not liking me, what else is available? Of taking a chance, a fear of losing it all. What else is available to me?
People are going to think you're crazy. You don't have nothing but lint in the corner of your pocket. You're out here talking about living your dream. And people laughing at you. And they're doubting you. It takes guts, ladies and gentlemen. But let me tell you, I believe in revenge like Frank Sinatra. He said the best revenge is massive success.
Instead of killing them with kindness, torture them with success.
So I want people to remember that it's not where you start, it's how you finish. Let them laugh, let them point, let them talk. Just throw your success in your face once you make it to the finish line. Bingo on that one. So anyway, like I say, I'm still doing the mental health check-ins. Drop in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling. Today is Thursday, January the 25th. Y'all, we are almost, man, can you believe it? We're almost 2 months into 2024. Like, if you're not doing something productive every day, what are you doing with your life? I just want to throw that out there. But anyway, but this is not going to be a long episode, but then again, who knows? But I want to get into the meat and potatoes of this conversation tonight. So many of y'all remember the young lady here in Houston, Texas, back, I want to say that was in like September, who allegedly was assaulted by a man. She was hit in the face with a brick, allegedly, for not wanting to give a man her phone number. So let me say this. As a person that is a domestic violence survivor, domestic violence is not a joke. When this story first broke and I listened to everything that this lady was saying, 2 plus 2 was not equaling 4 to me. So as I was listening to the lives and people talking, and I even jumped on her live and was listening to her story really made no sense. And I say all of that to say is because we don't even know what you were hit in the face with. Number 2, the story changed multiple times. First, it was she was attacked. She was a Uber driver was trying to kidnap her. Like, it made zero sense to me. So as many of you know, the woman was found to be a liar. Okay, she was arrested. Well, charges were filed against her: theft by deception. She was on the run. She did turn herself in day before yesterday. She posted a $10,000 bond, and she was forced to surrender her passport. Ladies and gentlemen, I just I had to go back and I had to really kind of take a lot of things in before I did the show tonight because again, I'm a domestic abuse survivor. And we see this so many times, especially amongst black women. Black women are never taken serious. So y'all remember a few months back, we had Carly Russell who lied about being kidnapped. When there are really people out here that are really being kidnapped. Then you have Rhoda Osman who concocted this story saying she was hit in the face with a brick by a man because she refused to give him his phone number. But then videos surfaced. Multiple videos surfaced of her going around slapping people. I'm not saying that this was her karma without directly saying it, but you reap what you sow. So please stop playing. There are really there are real life domestic violence situations going on right now. and you got men and women that are not being taken seriously. But you have women like her that concoct these far-fetched stories to scheme and scam people. Not only did you scheme and scam, but now you're gonna make it even more difficult for them to really take black women seriously when we are really being abused. So let's just y'all already know I pulls receipts, but here it is right here. Let me get right on down to it. Here we go.
Live on KPRC TV and the KPRC2 Plus live stream. The news starts now.
Right now, 10 competing claims about this viral video.
Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
As the woman seen in it cancels her plan to turn herself in for theft charges.
Only on 2, the man accused of the violence reaches out to KPRC2 and shares his story in the aftermath of that night.
What has it been like for you having to stay silent?
It's the hardest thing to do. It's to not say anything when the whole world is saying something about you.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm Daniela Guzman.
And I'm Keith Garvin. The woman who made those allegations is wanted by Houston police tonight because investigators say she made up the story to profit from a GoFundMe. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is now live at HPD headquarters tonight with the exclusive interview. Bryce.
Keith and Daniela, Roda Osman, who's known virally as Brick Lady, was expected to surrender here at Houston Police Headquarters this afternoon. That did not happen. But tonight, the man who she accused of throwing that brick at her head when she says she wouldn't give him her phone number is telling only KPRC2 what he says happened that night.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just what?
This video has been seen millions of times. The man accused of the viral brick throw reached out to me for his first interview.
This was a well thought of plan, a diabolical plan.
Olin Douglas is a father, son, and small business owner. But in September, allegations made by 33-year-old Roda Osman nearly put it all at risk.
It caused people who I thought really knew me to kind of betray me.
Douglas says he met her at a club near the Galleria as she wore a mask that only revealed her eyes. He invited her to an after party.
It's as if she was trying to get in some type of conflict.
But says she was aggressive and very intoxicated. They ended up in a car with friends.
She physically didn't start touching me until I asked her to leave. So you gotta get out.
Outside the car, Houston police say surveillance video then showed Osman slapping him in the face before he hit her back with what appears to be a plastic water bottle in hand.
You should never hit a woman in general, but I didn't want to hit her actually. It was like she hit me and I just reacted.
According to court documents, the footage didn't match what Osman told police, that a male Uber driver threw a brick at her and tried to kidnap her, that she did her own investigation and was told that Douglas was the one who assaulted her. She's now charged with theft because prosecutors say she made it up and tried to profit from this GoFundMe that raised more than $42,000.
It's been a divide between, black men, black women, and it's been it's really evil what she did.
If police didn't have this surveillance video, this evidence that basically clears you, what kind of situation do you think you would be in?
I would be that guy that hit a girl with a brick. I'm black. I'm surprised I didn't get arrested in 30 seconds from this going out.
Douglas says he's received death threats from complete strangers.
She's just manipulating people using their pain, and that should be the true crime here.
He hopes people online will be more conscious.
The internet is the internet. It's not real life all the time.
And I spoke with Houston police this evening. They tell me that the Major Offenders Division investigated this alleged assault, but the evidence in the case led them to this theft charge against Osman. Tonight, she does remain wanted, but in an Instagram comment from her page, she said that she's been harmed and abused and looks forward to her day in court. We're live downtown. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
Bryce, thank you.
So you heard it from the man himself that was accused of hitting her with a brick. First off, ladies, let me tell you something. Keep your hands to yourself. If you don't wanna be hit, don't hit nobody. And this is by no means am I saying, men, it's okay, but women, you need to learn to keep your hands to yourself. And that seems to be the problem amongst some of these cases that I've seen. Some of these stories that I've seen or heard. You women love to hit. Keep your hands to yourself. Him throwing the water bottle, I don't condone it, but I understand it's a natural reaction. I totally get it. But at the end of the day, you ladies, stop. Because hold on, though. Because what I don't understand is you women, I really feel like y'all need to be held accountable for the lies that y'all tell. We've seen this before. Women have lied about being, they've lied about being raped, saying men have sexually assaulted, and they haven't. But you have real, true live victims out here that are really, truly going through this and cannot get the assistance or the help that they need because of liars like this woman right here. We've seen men arrested and thrown in jail, being falsely accused, all because a woman was mad. Again, I'm not condoning. Let me say this loud and clear. I by no means am condoning that man throwing a water bottle at her. But again, it was a natural reaction. If you go, and I was so disgusted, and I refused to show any of the videos, but there's videos of her going around slapping people, slapping men in the face. We want our reparations and slapping people. Some of the people that I've spoken with that are familiar with her have said this is not the first time that she has done this. It's not the first time. This woman could have ruined this man's career. For what though? What was the point? What was the purpose of you making up a story like that? But for many that don't know, this is not the first time that this young lady has done this. This is not the first time. And it's disgusting to me. Keisha says she another Carly Russell. And she is. Because I believe, and I couldn't find the video, but there was surveillance footage that was put out to the public, that showed her when she came into the club. She had a mask on that covered her entire face, and all you could see was her eyes. That's all you could see, nothing else. So we don't know if her face was already swollen like that. We don't know. We went. You know what? We may never know what really truly happened to her. But what we do know is that she wasn't hit in the face with a brick. We do know that she lied on this man. And you heard from the man himself. She didn't get physical until he told her she needed to get out of the car. But if you look her up, you can find some of her videos where she's going around, she's slapping people. They say she was antagonizing people the entire night she was in the club. If it wasn't a man that slapped her, a woman probably would have. But when this story broke, like I say, when I first heard it, it just her story just kept changing. It didn't sound the same to me. And for you to lie, for what? What did you gain from this? Now you're gonna have a felony on your record. You tried to scheme. The GoFundMe page raised over $42,000. Luckily, GoFundMe shut it down, and I believe they gave the money back to the donors. So she never received any of the money from the GoFundMe, and that's a good thing. But it's the audacity for you to do that with domestic violence on the rise, Black women not being taken seriously, and you come with this? God. I pray that he shows no mercy on this woman because you set us back. Your cousin Carly already set us back, and now here you come and you do this. Black women were already down at the bottom of the totem pole. They already don't take us seriously. We're hypersexualized. Now look at this. You cry wolf. So now if something really truly happens to you, no one's gonna believe you. Because again, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the first time that she has done this. And I got the receipts, baby. Huh. Keisha says this is why our people are not quick to help us black women because of it. Right. You said a mouthful with that comment because that's the problem now. Because I want to play something real quick before we jump back into this. I just want to play a little, it's like 30 seconds long. But I want y'all to hear this, and then we're gonna go double back to this. Listen to what she says. Listen.
Stop calling your brothers and your cousins for every little argument. Because you women sit on social media, you sit around, oh, everybody killing everybody, but you never tell the truth that it's been 1,000 shootings and homicides trickle back down to you running your fucking mouth or you calling somebody and exaggerating because you feel disrespected. Stop calling people. You get in an argument with somebody on the block, that's it, leave it there. You call your brother, now these niggas going through it the whole summer, and then somebody's child die about it. That's your fault. That's your fault. You can't sit back and say it's not your fault because they went too far. You shouldn't have called them.
Let me tell you, I keep that video, and y'all, I just got chills listening to that because what she said was the absolute fact. Now, say for instance, she called her brother or cousin or somebody and said, "Oh, he hit me with a brick, blah blah blah," and so your peoples roll up. Here comes the altercation. Somebody's either hurt very bad or somebody's killed because you lied. Because you lied. You lied. Excuse me. Now you have a person going to jail, a mother, father, having to bury a loved one behind a lie. And we see this all the time. I've seen a lot of stories just like what she said. I've seen it. You know, and the sad part about it is somebody loses their life, and all of a sudden you throw your hands up, but you're the one that instigated it. If you were really truly hit in the face or assaulted, tell the police. But also tell the truth. Stand on your truth. Because women are good for doing that. We're good for calling our cousins and say, "Oh yeah, this dude so and so, blah 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 blah," and you got your peoples running up, and then here goes something. People going to jail, people going to the hospital, people going to cemeteries, all because of a lie. Again, what if our peoples would have rolled up on this man and did something bad to this man, and then now here we are. This is what, January? So what? Here we are 4, 5 months later, y'all. Yes, I had to count. Here we are 4, 5 months later, and the truth has come out that you told a lie. And now this man could possibly be dead behind the lie that you told. Because you lied, because you exaggerated. Because you want to hype your peoples up. Yeah, he up here. Oh, yeah, yeah, she da da da. They come. Emotions are running high. Everybody's at 1,000. Nobody's thinking rationally. And now you got somebody laid out on the block. Now you got somebody laid out on the sidewalk. You got somebody laid out in the parking lot because you lied. I'm gonna say this, and I want y'all to hear me good. Domestic violence is not a joke. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. Domestic violence is not a joke. It's not a joke. I remember when I was in my situation and that man threw boiling water on me. Do y'all know that the police didn't even arrest him that night? Because they didn't see any marks on me. It wasn't until a few weeks later when I had to go down to the police station at this point, the side of my face, skin coming off, then they went to arrest him. Brian says, "Hey, Brian, it's good to see you, babe. I hope things are well." So Brian says, "I've been in that position kind of. In the heat of our argument, things had gone to a level where both of us were just completely pissed. I threw a bottle aiming at the missus, and so he said he was so uncoordinated, it hit our TV. He said it was a beer bottle and it completely shattered the TV." At that point, Brian, and that's what we do. You know, we're heated. I know, and we're heated, and we're going at it back and forth. And in the heat of the moment, you're throwing stuff, she's throwing stuff. Someone ends up hurt. I want people to know cooler heads always prevail. So in that moment, thank God, thankfully nobody was hurt, you or her. Thank God, Brian. But let that be a lesson learned to you. Because when you have children, your daughters see this, your sons see this, and they think that this is acceptable. So I'm glad no one was hurt. I'm glad for that. He said he's glad it didn't hit the missus. Of course, long time no talk to. Let me know when you come back to Houston. You know, I always go by my mom's house. Let me know when you're in town. We can go sit down, go get some dinner, something, have us a catch up. It's been a long time. So my sister says, "Wait, what?" Yeah, I'm a domestic abuse survivor. Was in a relationship with a guy 4 or 5 years. It started out as mental abuse. Then it became physical. And it got to the point where I was beat up at the bus stop by him. I was beat up in front of his friends. No one helped me. And the last straw was when he threw boiling water on me. And I don't mean just I'm talking about boiling water that you cook with, was thrown on me. And he was not arrested that night. The police officer told me, "Well, we don't see any marks on you." So I left. But it wasn't until the next day, maybe a few hours after it happened, because I wanna say it happened like maybe 11, 12 o'clock at night, I don't know. But when I woke up a few hours later, my eye was swollen shut, the right side. They thought I was gonna be blind, and he wasn't arrested. It wasn't until I had to go down to the police station with my skin coming off my face for them to file charges and go pick him up, and by this time, it was like 2 weeks later. And that's what I mean when I say we're not taken seriously. Teacher says, "I've been there, sis. I lost everything running behind a dude." Oh, yeah. I done lost it, got it back, and lost it again, running behind a man. But y'all have to know domestic violence, this is serious, y'all. Men and women are victims. No one believes men. Men rank 35%. Women, it's higher. Police come out. No one goes to jail. The woman or the man ends up dead. So just thinking about what this woman has done, you've messed it up for other people. While you're sitting around here trying to scheme and scam and get money, it's real life domestic abuse victims out here. And you want to play with the law. Again, let me say this again. We're already not taken seriously. They already don't believe a lot of the things that we say. And for her to turn around and do this, it's despicable to me. When I tell y'all when the news broke, it rocked me to the core because I said, I remember when the police didn't take me seriously. And you had people that were ready to fight one another in the comments because they were like, "Oh, black men don't protect black women. Oh, black women, y'all victim blaming." And now here y'all all having a backpedal because y'all advocated for this girl. And you got people that are still advocating for this girl, even though it's been proven that the girl was lying. Maybe if I show you this video, maybe it'll change your thoughts because, again, y'all, this is not the first time that this young lady has done this. This ain't the first time. You're about to see.
The woman at the center of a viral video who claimed a man threw a brick at her head because she would not give him her phone number is now wanted by Houston police. This story got national attention after that woman live streamed what she claimed was the aftermath on Instagram and started a GoFundMe. Only KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is talking with the prosecutor on this case tonight. He joins us live near the Galleria with the latest. Bryce.
Daniela, Houston police got called to this street in September, and when they arrived, the woman seen in that viral video told them that an Uber driver threw a brick at her head and then tried to kidnap her. But tonight, she has become the focus of this criminal investigation because Houston police say the surveillance footage captured by cameras on this street doesn't match her story.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch.
This video with more than 1 million likes on the Shade Room's Instagram page captured the moments after what appeared to be a brutal attack in West Houston.
Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
The woman is 33-year-old Roda Osman.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Seen here in tears in a hospital gown.
She told the detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No, that was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osman hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor?
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
According to court documents, she asked someone else to launch this GoFundMe for her recovery, raising more than $42,000. But as the story went viral, a blogger on TikTok called police, alerting them to this 2020 GoFundMe, which claimed a vicious assault by a security guard in Minneapolis.
Detective Thornton verified with Minneapolis police that there was no assault done at that time. It was completely fictional.
Prosecutors allege theft by deception and believe she would have received all that money had the campaign not been shut down.
The violence that I have suffered since September 3rd is just unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm here. They try to leave me for dead.
In an Instagram story posted Wednesday, Osman addressed those who have doubted her.
I actually have things going on in my life. I actually have real ways to make money. I don't have to get a GoFundMe for money. I actually can earn income because I'm actually educated and I actually am talented.
And tonight, a spokesperson for GoFundMe telling KPRC2 GoFundMe has zero tolerance for the misuse of our platform. The fundraiser has been removed from the platform. All donors have been refunded, and Roda Osman has been banned from using the platform for any future fundraisers. Osman did not respond when I reached out to her on Instagram this evening. Tonight, she is wanted here in Harris County on that theft charge. Anyone with information on her whereabouts can report that to Houston police. We're live near the Galleria. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Bryce, thank you.
It was the arrogance for me. I don't need that scheme and scam. Apparently you do, because this is not the first time you've done this. This is not the first time that you've lied and said someone has assaulted you. This is what I mean when I say this is despicable. Let me. Because you have people that are really, really, truly going to jail for a lie. If you have real ways to make money, what was the purpose of you trying to scheme a second time? And then you had someone do it for you to open a GoFundMe page. And then again, y'all, let me repeat that, the arrogance. It's the audacity and the arrogance in her voice. "Oh, I don't need to." Apparently you do. But you heard them say the surveillance video didn't even match her story. You put your hands on that man first. Ladies, keep your damn hands to yourself. Stop hitting on people because when you get hit back, then all of a sudden now you become the victim. Y'all better remember you reap what you sow. Whatever you put out into the universe, trust and believe, baby, the universe is going to bring it back to you tenfold. So if you don't want your karma coming back, stop doing the things that you do. Because I just, it was when the story first broke, it was the comments. It was the people were ready to fight over this story because people say the story just didn't make sense because what she was saying didn't make sense. How are you mad at somebody's opinion? I still, when I go back and I look at it, it didn't make sense. Because were you almost kidnapped? Did he throw a brick at you? I mean, come on now. And then when the surveillance footage dropped of you in the club, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, she came in the club, she had a mask over that covered her entire face except for her eyes. So this was all you could see. So we don't know if under the mask was her face already swollen, because y'all know a water bottle is not gonna cause your face to swell up like that. We know that. And then it was you get to the hospital, you jump on TikTok and go live. What? Let me say this. If I got into a car wreck, do you think me getting on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok is gonna be the first thing on my mind? That's gonna be the furthest thing from my mind. What my focus is gonna be is if I'm all right, if whoever was in the car with me all right, or if the people in the other car are all right. That's gonna be my concern. Not to jump on Facebook and stream and go live and say, "Oh yeah, I got into a wreck and this and this." No, that's not my thing. When I saw that, I said, "Oh yeah, she lying, babe. She's lying. She's lying." And then when the videos started to surface of her attacking people, just random people, walking up to white men, slapping them in the face, talking about we want our reparations. Who does that? You wanted to go viral, and now you did. Now you the victim. I think Olin Johnson, I think his last name is Johnson. But the young man that you accuse of hitting you in the face with a brick, he's the real victim. You're a narcissistic master manipulator. But somebody called winning your game and they got you. But y'all gotta stop. Like, this has to stop. Because you are really truly pushing the real true victims back to the end of the line. While they were out here investigating your case and come to find out it was a lie, it could have been 10 other people they could have been looking into that are real true live victims. And y'all see the stories every day. A woman unalived by her husband. Woman brutally beaten by her husband. Man run over by a car by his wife. We see this. We see this all the time. And again, we see men that are going to prison being falsely accused of a crime that they didn't even commit. There are men sitting in prison right now because a woman lied. I've seen the stories where new evidence comes out and they go and look and come to find out he or she wasn't even the person that committed the crime. But by this time, they've sat in prison 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, maybe 40 years. All because of a lie. Look at the Brian Banks, the football player who was accused of raping a woman, but come to find out, she lied. And this boy lost everything behind a lie. And we see this all the time. And all they could say is, "Oh, I'm sorry." Some of them don't even apologize. And then you got con artists like Roda Osman that concoct these far-fetched stories to get the sympathy of people and to scheme and con people for money. That's unforgivable. I pray that whatever happens to her, it happens. I hope justice prevails. I hope she's given some jail time, something. I hope she's punished to the highest extent of the law. Because you really truly could have ruined this man's life. All behind the lie. Y'all keep playing. I think every person that has lied on somebody and a person gets arrested and come to find, I think charges need to be filed. I think you need to be arrested. I think you need to go to jail for that. I think women that lie and pin babies on men that don't, but I think y'all need to go to jail. I'm just saying. We know that may not happen, but domestic violence is nothing to play with. It's not anything to play with. That's not even something to kid around with because, again, y'all, it's real live people out here that are really truly victims. There are real true life sexual assault victims out here. But they're not believed because you got women like Rhoda Osman that like to lie, that are scheming and conniving. We see this. And here we are, tussling in the comments, and then we're forced to backpedal when the truth comes out. And the even saddest part about this is like that young man said, black men and black women were torn. We were fighting amongst each other when really we should have been coming together. So what? Everybody had a difference of opinion. Okay, some people believed her, some people didn't believe her. You got people again that are still defending her behavior. We don't, like I say, we really just don't even know what really happened to her face. We don't know. Like he said, she came in the cup, she had a mask on. So we don't know. Maybe that's why she had the mask on. Maybe because her face was swollen, that's why she had the mask on. And then for him to throw a water bottle at you, a water bottle is not going to cause a big watermelon sized knot to form on the side of your head. Period. Even doctors, y'all. I was on the live about this. And even doctors were saying she didn't look like she got hit with a brick because there were no abrasions to her face. And then the first thing you immediately do is once you get to the emergency room is you go live. You get hit in the face with a brick, you go live. Allegedly, you go live. So you were trying to go viral. You got your viral moment. Maybe not the way you wanted, but you're viral now. You'll be convicted as a felon. You'll be a convicted lying felon. You know, I don't know what the law is in Houston with regards to theft by deception, because that's what she was charged with, a felony, theft by deception. So they may give her probation, may make her do community service. Who knows? But I hope she's punished at the highest extent of the law. Because you lied. I hope that young man, I don't know if he could file any type of lawsuit, but file for defamation of character because you defamed this man's character. You lied on this man. This man, life could have been ruined. His life could have been ruined behind the lie you told. His life could have been lost. Anything could have happened. Somebody could have really done harm to you for lying on their family member. See, a lot of y'all concoct these stories, but don't be ready to stand on business when it comes to the consequences. Yeah, I know everybody say we're not gonna say that no more, but I'm gonna need her to stand on business because these are your repercussions. These are the consequences of your lie. I think you need to go to I think she needs to go to maybe a couple of meetings where with domestic violence survivors. Maybe you need to talk to the families who've lost loved ones behind domestic violence. I was just talking to my cousin the other day. She lost her cousin, domestic violence. And here you are lying. Stop playing with that. Yeah, y'all, I'm getting upset. I'm getting angry because it's personal for me. It's real personal for me because I have to advocate for domestic abuse survivors, men and women. You know, that's what I have to do. I have to advocate for them. I have to speak out for them because we got people like this woman here that like to lie. Now you're playing now. It's like a slap in the face to every domestic abuse survivor or to every domestic abuse person who's lost their life. Again, y'all, we see these stories every day. Every day. So for her to concoct a story like that, why? What did you think you were gonna gain from that? Other than going viral? Were you broke? Did you need the money? What's the deal? But the real true question I have is, what the hell happened to the side of her damn face? That's what I wanna know. What really truly happened? But then I wanna double back because one of her TikTok videos, she was saying, "Oh, she's a feminist. She doesn't need men." She said, we don't need men. Women rule the world." But in your video, sweetheart, you said you got hit in the face with a brick and all these men stood around and watched and didn't help you. How did that work out for you? It's either you need a man or you don't. Because you've made countless videos where you have dogged men and say women are this, women are that, women we're more superior over men. I've seen the videos. But then the moment something happens to you, all of a sudden now black men need to protect black women. No, you can't have it both ways. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You can't have it both ways. You either want a man's protection or you don't. You can't want a man's protection when it's convenient for you. I'm gonna say it. Let's see how far that feminine shit got you. Because like I say, in multiple videos, she's gone around saying, "Oh, I'm a black woman. We don't need men. Oh, women rule the world." Da da da. You just dogged men. But the moment you some shit pop off, now you need a man. Now you say, "Oh, the men are around and they just watched, they didn't help me." Well, remember you didn't need a man. Remember you said that? See, let me tell you something. What you speak into the universe comes back to you. So if you speak BS into the universe, you're gonna get BS in return. Period. I'm not gonna one thing about me, I'm not gonna never sit and say, I don't need a man. I may say I don't want one, but I'm not gonna never say I don't need one. Because I need a man to procreate, although I can't procreate anymore, but I need to procreate. A man is the head of the household. He's the leader. So I mean, stop with the BS rhetoric. The whole system is designed to push the man out anyway. But that's a whole nother conversation. I won't even run down that rabbit hole. That's a whole nother conversation. And trust me, it's gonna be had. But really though, but back to what I was saying. You reap what you sow. You put it out there and you said, "Oh, I don't need a man." But then your video, your live, when you said, "Oh, all these men out here And not one of them tried to help me. She didn't say men, but, she said the N word. You didn't need no man, remember? So why are you mad because they didn't come to your defense? But you were out there antagonizing those men. And those very same men that you antagonized, you expected them to come and help you? Absolutely not. Now, I might have would have called the police, but you can't go around poking at people and think people aren't gonna poke you back. And I can't say this enough. Ladies, keep your hands to yourself. If that man is walking away, baby, let that man walk away. Stop slapping that man in the face. Stop trying to tussle with that man because that's not cute. Because when that man gets real serious with you and really does some serious bodily harm, now you're the victim. I've seen some of these celebrities that have been very vocal about their domestic violence relationships, but fail to say that they antagonized. I need you ladies, and I'm gonna say this, and y'all might get mad, but I don't care. In 2024, ladies, I need y'all to stand on business. If that's what you do, I need you to stand on it. I need you to take accountability for that. Excuse me. I need you to be able to own up and say, you know what, I was wrong. I'm sorry. That's so hard for some of you women to do because you always want to be in the right. But I just have to keep saying, y'all, domestic violence is not a joke. That's not something to play about. That's not something to make up. That's not something to lie about because you really truly make it hard for the real true victims that are out here, me included, and the countless other women and men who aren't taken seriously, that go file these false police reports. You get the person arrested all because you mad. And then when the facts present themselves, you've told so many lies, you start to believe your own lie. Because she believes that she's really truly a victim. When really the man that you accused of throwing a brick at you or whatever he did with the brick, that's the real true victim. He admitted, I threw a water bottle at her. But again, that water bottle was not enough to cause that much damage to your face. But stop poking at people. And that goes both ways, men and women. Stop poking at people. Stop trying to provoke people to get a rise because once you get that rise and what you're asking for, all of a sudden now you're the victim. And again, I want to say by no means do I condone men hitting women. I do not. So Keisha said this some said, girl, yes it is. Brian says desperation is pretty toxic. We could do some really crazy things when we don't get what we want. Walking away has been one of the most important lessons I've learned in life so far. Trying to stick with the argument has landed me in Wilco a few times eating bologna sandwiches. Exactly. And second, that one split decision could change your entire life. And I don't mean for the good. Cooler heads will always prevail. Learn to walk away sometimes, ladies. Learn to walk away sometimes, men. It's okay to walk away to diffuse the situation. And I think an even sadder situation is when men are the victims and they're not even believed by the police. What if the young man that was accused of hitting this young lady in the face with a brick, what if this man would have got arrested? What if they didn't investigate? And you go and arrest this man, and now all of a sudden, this man has lost his job, can't be around his children, No one ever thinks about the repercussions. No one ever stops to think about the aftermath and how that 30-second or maybe that 5, 10, 15-second decision could turn your whole life around. I'm gonna put this back up. I'm gonna put Brian's comment back up. He said, desperation is pretty toxic. We can do some really crazy things when we don't get what we want. And it says walking away has been one of the most important lessons I've learned in my life so far. I just wanted to throw that back up there because we do things out of desperation, and we see this all the time. Like I say, the story with Brian Banks, the young lady that I believe he had a sexual relationship with, and he didn't want, a relationship. He just kind of wanted it to just still be physical. The girl went and told the people that this young man raped her, and this man lost everything. This woman sued the school district and everything, got money, only to turn around and we find out that that was a lie. Look at the people that donated to this GoFundMe GoFundMe page. The girl raised over $42,000 because people were really trying to help with this girl's medical bills, only to come to find out it was a lie, a flat out lie. How does a person recover from that? You told a lie on this person. You told this person. You told the police, "Oh, this is the man," and then your story's changing. So I'm glad the police officers did their due diligence and thoroughly investigated and filed charges against her. I'm very happy for that. But I'm even sad for the young man who lost some friends or people he thought were friends. I'm sad about that because you ruined this man's life. How does he recover from this? And like he said, people would remember him if, just say, this never came out. People would remember him as, oh, that's the man that hit the girl in the face with the brick. It's not cool. Not cool at all. I need y'all to really take domestic violence seriously. Let me roll into the final thoughts. Like I said, this wasn't gonna be a long show tonight, but I just, I had to come and I had to share my thoughts and my feelings and emotions about this because I was disgusted. Because it took me back to that day in July of 1999 when it happened to me. And to know that the police didn't take me seriously that night. Domestic violence is one of the leading causes of death amongst men and women. Domestic violence is not something to be played with. Domestic violence should be taken seriously. All stories, cases, incidents should be thoroughly investigated before it rushes to judgment. Am I happy that this young lady has been arrested? Absolutely. Do I hope that she's punished to the fullest extent of the law? Absolutely. I feel like she should be charged with filing a false police report, everything. This man is owed an apology. But a narcissist will never apologize. And that's exactly what she is. She's a manipulative, narcissistic woman who gets a rise off of scheming and scamming people. I'm going to say this to you, Rhoda. Your day is coming. Your judgment day is coming. And God is going to take care of you far better than any criminal system can do. Because you will definitely reap what you have sown. So for you to tell the lie that you did on this young man, now you're gonna have to suffer those same repercussions because you went viral, all right. It may not have been the way you wanted to go viral, but you did. Everyone knows your face. People aren't gonna wanna deal with you. You may not even get hired at a job because of what's going to follow you all the rest of the days of your life. That's what's gonna happen to you. So Brian says, I was pretty moved by your mental health call outs this week on your Facebook page. I wouldn't be half of where I am now without the help of my counselor. Let me tell you something, Brian. From one person that battles mental illness, I understand. My counselor, my therapist has helped me along the way. She has done amazing things, and I probably wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for her. So I will definitely, definitely keep advocating for mental health. I will definitely keep doing that because it's imperative. That is actually the third leading cause of death amongst men between the ages of 18 and 34, I believe. Suicide. That's a whole nother conversation. I always do stuff with regards to mental health, always. But he say it's so important. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna always push and always pull something positive for everybody because I don't know where everybody is in life right now. I don't know what storm people are going through. I don't know. But if I can encourage in any kind of way, I'm gonna always do that. Because I know what it's like to be in the dark. I know what it's like to feel like you're alone. I know what it's like to feel like you don't have anybody. I know what it feels like to feel like that cycle you're on is just like you're in this hamster wheel and you can never get off of it. I understand. So I always push and advocate for mental health. But thank you for that. But back to you, Rhoda Osman. You've pretty much ruined your own life. You've sabotaged your entire life. You may have a few supporters out there that still stand behind you or beside you and still believe this far-fetched concocted story that you've made up. You may have a few of those. But just know you've messed up your own life and you have no one to blame but yourself. I hope you take accountability for what you've done, even though we know you won't because of the arrogance that you carry. Maybe this will wake you up. Who knows? I pray for you because only someone who's not right in the head would come up with something like this. Were you mad because the man rejected you? I don't know. Were you hurt by your father? We don't know. But I pray whatever is broken in you gets fixed. I pray that you seek help because Lord knows, baby, you need it. You absolutely need it because what you did was sickening. What you did was very disgusting. And I pray no one else falls victim to that tangled web of deceit that you continue to spin. And that's my final thoughts on that. Hmm. All right, y'all. Okay, okay, all right. So for the upcoming episodes of Black Girl Interrupted, all right. So again, y'all, Black Girl Interrupted is back on Tuesdays and Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. So coming Tuesday, baby, we are talking about them disrespectful kids. Cause honey, some of these videos that I've been seeing, I want to first say I salute every educator in this world, whether it's elementary, middle school, high school, college, community college, trade schools. My hat goes off to y'all because the way these kids are in this day and age, I don't see how y'all do it because ain't no way. And then the parents co-sign the behavior. So Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time, we're going to be talking about kids and discipline? Who's responsible? The parents or the teacher? Mm, I can't wait to get into that because I got some I got some interesting videos for y'all to see. Y'all gonna be like, "Oh, what? Whoa." Yeah. It's gonna get live, y'all. When I tell you, I told y'all I'm getting to the bag. I'm getting into the meat and potatoes. I'm just revving up. I'm just revving up, revving up, revving up for all the new episodes that are here to follow after this. I got some great conversations, some great topics that I'm bringing to the table this year that I can't wait to discuss. A lot of collaborations that I do have in the bag. I'm excited about that. Um, and again, as I've said before, if anyone is interested in being a guest on Black Girl Interrupted, there's the email down at the bottom of the screen. It is Black Girl Interrupted Podcast at gmail.com. Send me an email. If it's a topic that you want me to bring to the table, if it's something that maybe you've seen and heard and you feel like, man, I know my girl Ash can bring it, send it to me. Email it to me. We can set up a Google Meet meeting, a Zoom meeting, and we could talk about it and put it on the calendar and we can make your episode come true. That's what I'm looking for. Collaborations all 2024. Um, Also some beautiful things that I'm about to get ready to start doing here in the city of Houston. I'm excited. I can't wait. And I can't wait for you guys to see what I got cooking as well. But it just feels good to be back in front of the camera. It just feels good to be back in my safe space. It just feels good to be back into doing what I just love so much doing. Um, God, I just, I love you guys. You guys are just like always amazing. Y'all are great to me. Um, as I bring this episode to a close, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted. As always, I appreciate the interactions. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the likes, the loves. If you can, go to Black Girl Interrupted, my business page. If you tap the three dots, share. It costs $0 to share. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is. If you want to catch it live, you could always go back on YouTube and catch all the replays. If you are just not a visual person, but a person that likes audio, Black Girl Interrupted is available on all streaming platforms. What else? What else?
All right, y'all. Sorry about that. But y'all, my power has gone out everywhere. The whole apartment complex power has gone out. So I just want to end by saying thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for always loving and supporting your girl. Don't forget, Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. Your girl will be back. Hopefully, we won't have no issues. But love you guys. Y'all be safe. Have a good night.